Ahar, me hearties. Today I've got a splashing set of custom pirate CMFs to show ye. Let's waste no more time and dive straight in. The first minifigure to walk the plank is this pirate captain. This minifigure uses an eye patch head, a brown beard and a ponytail and hat combination headpiece. For a classic pirate coat, I've used the torso from Stradfon Zarevich with a red cloak to make it look like a long robe. His legs are from the Series 20 pirate, and I really like the look of the black and red with golden trims. My favourite part about this minifig is his cutlass. This big gold sword from Pirates of the Caribbean really works well for a captain's weapon. I've also given him a sheath, which unfortunately can't hold his sword, but it's a cool addition to this fig. Next is the first mate. I call this pirate Peggy, due to her peg leg. I've used the legs from the new pirate quartermaster, but I've swapped out one for a peg leg. These legs paired with the Series 20 pirate torso make for a great pirate minifigure. I've given her a simple pirate sword for a weapon and also used the head from the quartermaster because I really like this gold tooth. I also gave her this treasure map which has a really nice print and hopefully leads to a secret treasure stash. Before I show you all the pirates, let's take a look at some naval officers. Firstly, I made this female leader. This minifigure uses a torso and legs from the 2016 LEGO Pirates theme. I didn't have to do too much to change this minifigure, but I've given her this face with a scar across one eye, likely from some run-in with the pirate captain, a simple cutlass, gold epaulets, and another hair hat piece with a white plume. For her second in command, I've made a naval officer. This minifigure doesn't have a sword, but carries a big brown musket instead. I've given him white epaulets and a naval hat with a short white feather. The torso is also from the 2016 Pirates theme, but for legs I've used this pair from Mickey Mouse. Originally I was going to use plain black and white legs, but I like the details on this pair, which just add a bit more character to this minifig. The last non-pirate minifigure I have is this renowned traveller. For this minifig I've used a torso from Pirates of the Caribbean with gold epaulets to show his importance. He also carries a golden sword, not so much for fighting, but as a gift from the royal family. I've used the head from the Series 27 Steampunk minifigure, because I really like the look of this eyeglass. His other accessory is this globe piece printed on a minifig head. This fig came out really well, and I'm glad I could include someone less stereotypical for this minifigure series. Next I've made a young Deckhand. Back in pirate times there wasn't really a minimum age to start working, so I wanted to include a kid in this series. This minifigure uses the legs from Cupid because I wanted him to not be wearing shoes. I've used a green pirate jacket, but swapped one of the arms out for this patched one from the Goat Herder. This gives him a more rugged look that the pirates would have, and despite his age he carries a big cutlass. I used this head from the Paperboy minifigure, and I could easily imagine him being up in the crow's nest yelling "Land ho!" Sometimes LEGO includes throwback minifigures in their CMFs, so for my series I included this retro style pirate. The torso is fairly modern with red and black stripes printed on the front and back, and a belt all the way around, but the legs are just plain black with one peg leg, and I've used an old style bandana and face print to give off an updated yet classic style. This minifigure isn't hugely interesting, but I wanted to include some variety in my series. Speaking of variety, the next fig is a Viking. This minifigure isn't directly related to pirates, but looks really cool, and Vikings did sail the oceans and attack people. For this minifig, I've used the legs from Celtic Batman and the new BAM Viking torso. I gave him a simple scrubby red beard and a horn Viking helmet. All things considered, this is a pretty simple minifigure, and though he doesn't tie in directly with any of the other figs, he's one of my favourite in this series. Another fun pirate minifigure I've included is this costume guy. He's not technically a pirate, as I'll show you in a second, but LEGO does love including costume minifigures in their CMFs, and I thought, why not? He's got this blue pirate torso and legs, and an eye patch face print to truly make him a pirate. However, the pirate hat is just a wig and the eye patch isn't even real. When I first saw this head, I thought this could work for a unique minifigure, and to further the joke, I made the hairpiece a wig and included this messier hairpiece underneath for when the costume gets too hot. No matter what, everyone's got to eat. So the next minifigure I made is this pirate chef. He carries a big blue fish and a black pot. I used an old LEGO City Robbers head for this fig because I love the gold tooth and stubble. The headpiece is from the Series 16 pirate, and I love this bold look with the bandana. I also used the torso from the Series 16 pirate because I can just imagine the chef being slightly fatter than the rest of the crew. I used this blacksmith's legs as an apron, and though this minifig isn't a cutlass in the sky kind of guy, I think he's a really unique fig. One of my most creative pirates is this next minifig. I made this seasick guy using this squinting face and a brown bucket. He's just another deckhand with the legs from the Series 16 pirate and the quartermaster's torso, but the bucket he uses to scrub the ship is also the bucket that he might be sick into. I really love this chin strap and small ponytail hairpiece, and they work together really well. I love this minifig and could easily see LEGO including it in a real pirate CMF. The last minifigure I have is this zombie pirate captain. This was one of the first minifigures I made, but I've saved it till last. The torso and legs are from the Halloween CMF pirate, but I swapped out the grey hand for this blue one to match with the zombie Captain America head. I really like this torso and legs, but to make it look more like a pirate robe, I added a dark red collar and the tailpiece from the Series 27 Quartermaster. This makes the jacket look more elegant, but also more ragged and cool. I used a Ninjago Sky Pirate's sword, as this guy's a zombie, and what's gonna stop him from using a bone sword if he wants to? But my favourite part of this minifigure is the glow-in-the-dark sweatback hairpiece. This just really sets the minifigure off as a slimy sea captain and an epic minifig. There are plenty of pirate minifigures to make out of LEGO, but I only had 12 places in the CMF. So before I'd go, I'd like to give some honourable mentions. First is this Sea Witch. This minifigure is cool, with a black dress and facial tattoos, but I didn't include her as she wasn't piratey enough to make one of the 12 spots. Another minifig I didn't include was this Sea Spirit. This minifigure is based on the Medusa CMF and is a cool idea, as pirate stories often include sirens and the like, but I didn't include her because I had too many other cool minifigures to use. I hope you like this custom pirate minifigure series. Let me know which minifigure was your favourite in the comments and what kind of pirates you would like to see in LEGO. I'll see you in the next one. Pieces.